Back. Combating disinformation, something that's become a new crusade. The latest weapon to appear in that battle is a plugin. It's called Newsguard. It ranks websites according to perceived trustworthiness. But can the plugin itself be trusted? Ilya Petrenko takes a look.
In case you didn't know, the words plug-in don't only refer to doing this, but the one-word option is actually a handy extension for your internet browser. And now there's a great plug-in to help you navigate through the world of fake news. It's called Newsguard. It won't ping up fake news alerts like the anti-virus software when you click on a story link. For now, Newsguard provides descriptions for news sources, not individual articles or stories. Right here, you can see what it looks like.
Our green-red ratings signal if a website is trying to get it right, or instead has a hidden agenda, or knowingly publishes falsehoods or propaganda.
So there's a whole rating system with as many as 9 criteria. Stuff like the responsibility of journalists or telling apart news from opinion, to name a couple. So who are the champions in being as green as you can get? The New York Times or the Washington Post, with a perfect record for all 9 categories. Despite having been caught for publishing lies, and it wasn't a one-off, Newsguard will tell you they're nowhere near being repeat offenders. Now, someone would definitely call that fake news. So technically, what makes the alerts switch from green to red, or vice versa?
We use humans, not algorithms, to identify unreliable news because we believe our work should be done with transparency and accountability.
I knew it. It's up to human beings paid on job. Oops, one of Newsguard's biggest investors, formerly of the Wall Street Journal, was blamed for churning out fakes. The Newsguard Advisory Board is also worth having a look at. It features esteemed men like the former director of the CIA and NSA, the first Secretary of Homeland Security in the Bush administration, Barack Obama's former Undersecretary of State for Public Diplomacy. By the way, Richard Stengel once said,
"I'm not against propaganda. Every country does it, and they have to do it to their own population, and I don't necessarily think it's that awful."
With these folks running the show, it's pretty easy to guess if RT falls into the red or green territory. So go download that plugin ASAP, and always be cautious when you read RT or anything else Newsguard's turned tomato red.
I, just for fun, downloaded the app in preparation for this interview, and I looked at LATimes.com, which is the website of the Los Angeles Times, which gets a green rating, which means that the website is considered trustworthy and usually prints true and verifiable information. Now, I'm personally suing the Los Angeles Times right now for defamation and libel because they printed lies about me. So I know that the rating is not 100% reliable for firsthand. So that was my test. The leadership of Newsguard is unfortunately people who have kind of a fraught relationship with the truth in the past, and who have way too many ties to the establishment, and particularly to what we would call the deep state here in the United States. Former CIA and NSA people, I would say, are pretty much like the last people you would want to see create this kind of app.
But free speech activist Derrick Broze believes that Newsguard is merely a tool to support pro-government media in the West.
The main thing that I think makes Newsguard different, or at least what they're promoting is different, is the fact that they're not relying on Facebook's algorithm or Google's algorithm. They're saying that they are a team of veteran journalists who has better judgment than a algorithm or AI. When you really start to look at Newsguard and see who they're funding and who's on board and who they're associated with, and also just looking at the judgments they have put out for different websites, it's pretty clear that the websites that they're approving have an establishment bent. It seems to be serving the Western military industrial complex. You have the Council on Foreign Relations, you got former CIA members, you got former Bush members, and that's why you're going to see these unfavorable ratings towards independent news voices or somebody like RT who challenges the American narrative.